There you go. You found the edge of the envelope.
I sure did. Hey everyone, and Happy New Year. I am at the Boyne Mountain Resort in Boyne Falls, Michigan, where we did some skiing yesterday. And by the way, they have EV chargers right over there. Very cool. But we're going to try something different today. They are called moon bikes, and they are little electric mini snowmobiles which you can rent here at the mountain. I made the reservations online, which is the best way to do it. So I got all my gear here. I have some goggles. They do provide you with a helmet, so I'm not bringing a hat. Got gloves, extra layer, snow pants, all that kind of good stuff. You do need your own boots. It's kind of funny that disclosure says no open-toed shoes. Not sure who's going to wear slides or sandals in this, but hey, you never know. So let's go to the rental office and check out how it works. All right, here we are at the Adventure Center, and one of the things on there is the moon bike tours. All right, there's our shuttle. It'll take us out to the golf course. There you go, and there they are. Looks like they're... All right, check this out.
All right, perfect. So we're going to turn the bikes on. If you want to reach down below that sticker on the right-hand side by your leg, you'll see a sticker with a number. Right below that is the key. You're going to want to go ahead and twist that to your right.
It already was on.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine was on.
Some of them might already be on.
All right.
And then you're going to flip this red switch up that says on and off. Make sure that's on.
Kill switch.
You see that lanyard on your right-hand side? You want to go ahead and put that around your wrist. So if you go flying or anything, it's going to cut the power to the bike so it doesn't keep going. So now on your left-hand side, you've got your brake. And on the right-hand side, you have your gas, which is going to be the thumb button here. So that's going to be what
Thumb throttle.
is the thing on your right by the thumb. On the right-hand side, you'll have two separate button layouts. One says back on it. That's going to be your reverse button. Low, medium, and high mode. If you want to start off on the low setting and then maybe flip it over to medium as we get going and you get more comfortable, you can flip it to high if you want, but it doesn't really change too much in my personal opinion. And now as we're riding, we're going to want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and forward. You want to put more of your weight on the skis, especially for anybody who's a little bit lighter. The bikes are heavy, so you need to put your weight into them for when you're doing turning. When you're turning, you're not going like this. You're not moving your arms left and right. You're going to be leaning in with your hips, with your body. You're going to be going in like that to do your turns. As you're doing turns as well, and when you're starting off, you can put your feet out like this and then kind of like use your feet to help so you don't fall over and help keep you balanced. I'm going to let you guys loose for a second here to get all used to the moon bikes before we start the tour.
This is still medium speed, which actually gets going. It's slow to start, but then it picks up and gets run right up there. No noise. Just the sound of the treads. Let's lean into the turn. Woo! Okay, so we all got our bearings a little bit, and I think we're gonna go on some trails now. There's our leader right there.
When we go through, we're gonna stay in like single file line. We're gonna have whoever feels most capable, like they're gonna be ripping fast, you can be up in front with me. Anyone who feels like they're gonna be a little bit slower, you can be in the back with Caden here. So as we're going through, if you see anybody fall in front of you, don't stop and help them. That's how we have more crashes happen. Just keep on going, and Caden, that's why he's there in the back. He'll be able to stop and help anyone who, you know, might take a tumble or something. We'll be stopping along the way a couple times too, just to regroup and make sure we're all together. But yeah, just go ahead and follow me, and we're gonna get started.
So it looks like we got a couple of people that decided to turn around and go back, and they got to take care of them, so we're just parked here for a minute. I guess this kind of thing is not for everybody, and I understand that. All right, so Mac, what do you think about the throttle control? Because you got a throttle button rather than the classic motorcycle throttle.
Yeah, so the thumb controls are a little more fatigue on my thumb as I'm going over the bumps. It would be nice to have a twist throttle. I think that'd give you a little more control, but grabbing the throttle and having to have your thumb out, you lose that extra grip on the handlebar. So you're kind of clenching your fingers a little more to keep your hand on the handlebar. So it does cause a little fatigue over time. Your hands get a little more sore faster.
Yeah. And I think if you're a motorcyclist, it's not entirely intuitive because you're used to having a twist throttle.
When you want to accelerate, you're like twisting, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, I got to put my thumb down more. So.
And the throttle rolls on pretty slowly, and I'm sure that's by design, so you don't do a wheelie.
And then there's like a count of 3 almost before it moves. So.
Yeah, so you push and off it goes. And it doesn't really matter whether you're on low, medium, or high. It seems that they have kind of a slow start no matter what.
It's a soft start on the motor, so it gradually builds up power. So you're not going to pop any wheelies. I mean, you can move right along on them once you get going, but 30 miles an hour max maybe.
And they might have them throttled too for tourist mode.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a setting on them that they can dial up and down the max speed.
Max got on his phone and looked to see what these things actually cost.
$11,300 according to the moonbike.com.
I'm pretty sure they're marketed to places like this that rent them, because obviously it's pretty limited utility.
More of a resort kind of thing as opposed to individual use.
But still, if you wanted to pick one up, they are available for purchase.
So you can go ahead and follow me. We're just going to keep on trucking on.
If you're reasonably good at motorcycling or even e-biking, you'll quickly get a hang of this. The tricky part is that the moon bike feels a bit wobbly when you're perfectly flat, but as soon as you lean and the ski edges bite into the snow, it goes where you point it. So apparently when you touch the brake, it completely cuts off the throttle. There were a couple times I was like feathering the brake and I'm like, how come nothing's happening? So there's got to be a switch where if you hit this, it won't let you go. It's also a good idea to do a better job of clamping on your camera. It came down in the snow, so no harm done.
Missing something?
Thank you. You didn't ride over it, I hope?
No.
All right, thanks. Going through fresh powder can be a bit tricky, and the bike does bog down a bit since it requires additional energy to plow through the deep snow. Avoid following someone else's tracks too closely. It's similar to what we call edge traps on motorcycles, where getting caught in a rut prevents you from steering properly and staying upright. One other point for seasoned motorcyclists, countersteering does not work since you don't have the centripetal forces of the wheels. So leaning and slight adjustments to the front ski is the best way to turn.
Figured out how to pop a wheelie. If you lean back and pull up right as you hit the crest of the hill, the ski will lift off for just a second.
I'm gonna leave that to you. So when you're going across the street, you're supposed to keep the ski straight, steady on the throttle, and pop up. Woohoo! And I heard about a 3-hour run time, depending on the depth of snow. I think there's a joke in there somewhere, you know, 3-hour tour. We're not quite an hour in, and I still have 5 out of 7 LEDs on the battery. Hey, how much range you got left?
About half. A little more than half. I got four lights.
Okay.
4 bars?
4
Yep.
Well, I still got 5. What are you doing over there, man?
I was running up and down that hill pretty good.
Rather like personal watercraft, I find that 1 to 2 hours is about the limit of my enjoyable endurance on this type of vehicle. The amount of mental and physical energy required to stay upright is significant. Like electric motorcycling, I find that you see a lot more wildlife compared to gas vehicles because they just don't hear you coming as loudly. Well, I definitely found the edge of the turning envelope. Lean in too far at speed and you can low side where the ski and tread slips out from underneath you. Woo! I'm good. I'm good. That's why we have snow pants. Okay. Cool. Our instructor gave us a bit more time in the open field near the garages, so we burned a few more electrons before heading in. Alright guys, that was super fun. You should come and try this out. So Boyne Mountain Resort in Boyne Falls, Michigan has these, the moon bikes. I'm sure other resorts do too. Takes a little getting used to. I definitely found my limit, heeled it over a little too far and went down, but fortunately the handlebar went down and didn't let the bike go all the way down, so I didn't get my foot trapped underneath. Plus the weight's down low. I didn't really feel like I was in any danger or anything, but good to have snow pants on because you could get a little soaked. But yeah, definitely worth doing. Oh, so we just found out they take the batteries out, charge them. There they are. There's a battery compartment. Just take the top off, unplug them. It's like Anderson connectors. They say there is a way to charge them with the batteries in them, but they go ahead and take them out and charge them in the garage. There's lots more to do at Boyne, even if you're not a skier, like the Sky Bridge, which is a pedestrian suspension bridge. This time of year, it's all lit up for the holidays. If the conditions are right, there's also the Igloo Bar at the top of the mountain. You can ride the lift up to the top, hang out for a hot mulled wine or your favorite beverage, enjoy the view at the top, and then ride back down on the gondola and enjoy more scenic views on the way down. Thanks for coming along on the moon bike ride. I hope you enjoyed this winter episode, and we'll see you next time.